Well, that's what happened most of the game, that I'm chasing him. Look, this was possibly one of the most embarrassing nights of my life.
Messi!
There are defeats in football that players never forget. Then there are nights that stay with you forever. For Manchester United, the 2009 UEFA Champions League Final in Rome was one of those nights. They weren't beaten by tactics alone, they were beaten by brilliance. At the heart of it all was one man, Lionel Messi. Years later, United's defenders still describe that match as one of the most difficult experiences of their careers. Chasing Messi for 90 minutes wasn't just exhausting, it was humiliating. They had faced world-class players before, but nothing prepared them for Lionel Messi.
This is in Rome, where we got beat in the Champions League Final. The thing about him is that he doesn't even come near you. So me and Vidić stood on the halfway line once at Wembley and looked at each other and just went.
What made Messi impossible to defend wasn't just his speed or his dribbling. It was that he never did what defenders expected. He rarely ran straight at you. Instead, he'd disappear into spaces you never thought to cover, only to appear seconds later with the ball at his feet. Nemanja Vidić and his defensive partners constantly looked at each other, wondering who was supposed to pick him up. Every decision felt wrong. Step forward, and he'd slip behind you. Stay back, and he'd create something magical. It was football's toughest puzzle, and nobody had the answer.
He's a magician. He's the best player I played against. He was just devastating, and I feel we all kind of felt if we played against that Barcelona team without Messi, we probably would have won.
The person on the ball was Xavi, and then he put it on sixpence for Messi, who scored an outrageous header, really.
That Barcelona team was filled with world-class players. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Pedro, Dani Alves. But many opponents believed there was one reason they became unstoppable. Lionel Messi. Several players have admitted that without Messi, Barcelona probably wouldn't have dominated football the way they did. He transformed a great team into one of the greatest teams football has ever seen. And whenever the biggest match arrived, Messi always found another level.
He's done it in the big moment, and that separates the good from the great.
It's 2-0. It's Messi. He scored against an English club now. It's Manchester United.
We'd played against him before and we'd locked him down. But this was a different Messi. This was Messi who had more freedom to run around and be central. When he was allowed that freedom to...
One moment perfectly captured Messi's greatness. Despite being one of the smallest players on the pitch, he rose above Manchester United's defenders and scored an unforgettable header. Nobody expected it. Not the defenders. Not the goalkeeper. Not even many Barcelona fans. Yet somehow Messi made the impossible look effortless. That's what separates great players from true legends. They deliver when the entire world is watching.
They're able to move and pop up anywhere and surprise you. Like unplayable, like ridiculous.
Barcelona, the new champions of Spain, are the new champions of Europe. It's a treble in all. 10 years after United's own, and Guardiola has had a fantastic first season.
He was actually better at Wembley.
Two years later came Wembley. Manchester United believed they had learned from Rome. They had studied Messi, prepared for him, built an entire game plan around stopping him. But this wasn't the same Messi. Pep Guardiola gave him complete freedom to roam through the middle, drifting into spaces where defenders couldn't follow. Every few seconds he appeared somewhere different. Left, right, central, deep, then suddenly inside the penalty area. By the end of the night, United weren't just beaten. They were overwhelmed.
Messi is not playing as a striker, he's playing as a fake striker. He's actually always in between the defenders and middle of the park. And actually he's inviting you to go out of your zone so that you can read in the zone so that wingers, they can run
Space behind.
Messi. In towards David Villa.
Pep Guardiola used Messi as a false nine, a role that changed modern football forever. Instead of staying high like a traditional striker, Messi dropped into midfield, dragging defenders out of position. The moment a centre-back followed him, huge spaces opened behind the defence. Pedro, David Villa, and the wingers attacked those spaces relentlessly. If defenders stayed back, Messi had all the time he needed to create. If they stepped forward, Barcelona attacked the empty space behind them. It was a tactical nightmare, and Messi executed it perfectly.
Ferdinand got across. Slip through. Chance for Pedro!
and you always that question in your mind as a defender, should I go?
Yep.
Or stay?
Messi. Oh, fabulous.
To try and break down situations and try and say you should have.
Defending Messi wasn't about strength. It was about making impossible decisions in fractions of a second. Every defender asked themselves the same question. Should I follow him? Or should I hold my position? By the time they chose, Messi had already made his move. His football IQ was simply too fast. He processed the game quicker than everyone else, turning tiny openings into goals, assists, and unforgettable moments. Against most players, defenders have time to react. Against Messi, that time simply didn't exist.
Coulda, woulda. But when it's happening at the speed that it happens, and when you've got a player like Messi who makes decisions quicker, more decisive, and more effective than anybody else, it's almost like impossible.
Inevitable. The latest in a long, long line of headline goals from the world's greatest footballer.
Watching them go and lift a trophy and just going, we just need to get off there because they took our soul. And Messi was the main ingredient. Just a wonderful footballer, man. Just like, you can't put it into words how good he is.
When the final whistle blew, Manchester United watched Barcelona lift the Champions League trophy. But it wasn't just a defeat. It felt like something had been taken from them. Many players later admitted they simply wanted to leave the pitch because Messi had completely dominated the game. He wasn't just the best player on the field. He was the difference between two elite teams. To those who faced him in his prime, there's only one way to describe Lionel Messi. Prime Messi wasn't just world-class. He was completely unplayable.